They've been saying on the TV and the newspapers this morning, even with an article by Tariq Ali in The Guardian, well, where's the response in Britain? I think in Britain the pace is a little behind what's been happening in France and Greece, but I don't think the government over the road should be sitting comfortably assuming that they won't get a massive response here as well. In recent years there's been more of a tradition of demonstrations against measures by governments, in particular the anti-war demonstrations. The Coalition of Resistance is a broad organisation representing people who are trying to stop the dismantling of the welfare state, and we're here really as the social voice of the country, standing up for the poor, the disabled, the vulnerable, in fact anybody by and large who's going to be affected by these cuts. Now, if I can find them, there were some very interesting figures given at the TUC rally yesterday. The government says it needs to save 83 billion, and there was a chartered accountant there yesterday who'd worked out what the government could make if it dealt with tax avoidance and tax evasion. Tax avoidance would save 25 billion. Tax evasion would, that's the illegal one, would save 70 billion. If you add them both together, that's 95 billion. That actually means if you were to address the matter in that way, you wouldn't need any cuts at all. Similarly, there is a professor from Glasgow who's estimated that if the richest 10% were given a 5% wealth tax, that would wipe out the need for any cuts at all. What you've got is a government of millionaires basically taking it out on the poor people of this country, and we'll see the beginnings of the response later today. Today is a bit like leaving our calling card, or if you want it in dining terms, it's the hors d'oeuvre, or the first course. I think we're going to see some much bigger courses later.
Thanks a lot, Paul. Next, Pat